Hey, travelers, it's Christmas week, and we've got a little beer, and we've got a little cheer to talk about, a little Christmas cheer to spread your way. It's a weird year still, and it seems like we've been saying that for a lot longer than we have.
All year.
Yeah, all year, but it still seems like it's been a long time. Obviously, we're not going anywhere for Christmas, unfortunately. Still stuck here in Eau Claire, and we're going to make the best of it, though, right?
We're going to cook a lot.
We're going to cook. We're going to cook German and Italian food. We have experience with Italian food, but no German food, really. So it's...
Teresa from Lazy Monk's helping us out, so...
Hopefully it's edible.
It'll be good.
Anyway, yeah, so that's... And we're going to talk about... a little bit about favorite Christmas drinks. Unfortunately, this year, and I've been out to buy beer a few times, I haven't seen a lot of Christmas themed beer, spiced ale or anything like that. And there's the typical winter ale. I think Summit Winter Ale is around. We can get that around here.
Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot more chocolate and like nut beers and things like that than the spiced ones, which is sad.
And to be honest with you, I never thought I would say this, but I'm getting tired of the really big stouts and the thick, heavy beers. And maybe I've just had too many in 2020, but it's worn me out a little bit. I just want a little bit of a Christmas spiced, if that's a thing, beer. You know what I mean?
Something different.
Yeah.
Throw a little clove in there.
We do have the Shiner Holiday Cheer beer, so we were able to find this. It's and I know Shiner is not exactly what you would consider craft anymore, but it's widely available. I'll drink what you don't drink. How about that? You can just put it in my glass.
I love you.
Yep. I'm willing to help out.
He's a good one.
'Tis the season.
I found a good one, ladies.
Yeah, got her fooled. Anyway, so they call this a Bavarian style dark wheat.
Smells good.
So
it smells like peaches.
Smells like peaches. Yeah, it does. I don't think it's supposed to.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. It doesn't taste like peach, though. Not really.
Oh, it's yummy.
It's good. It's very good.
It smells like peaches.
Yeah, it does.
But it's not bad, but it's good.
Yeah, it shouldn't smell like peach, I don't think. Unless where you are, you eat peaches for Christmas. No judging here. But, yeah. When did we buy that?
Brewed with Texas peaches and roasted pecans.
I'll be damned. Texas.
Boom!
Ha!
I knew that before we even read it.
Good for you. You're getting used to this beer thing.
That's good.
It's only taken you 7 years.
It's been forced upon me.
Before we break into the second beer, holiday traditions around here. Whether we're traveling and to be honest, so we've been married 15 years, and the 15 years plus that we've been spending Christmas and Thanksgiving together, I don't think once we've ever spent a Thanksgiving or a Christmas day in our actual house.
No.
Or apartment, as it were, beforehand. So, this one's a little odd this year. But we still have traditions that we follow, and I think the one that we've consistently had is one of your favorite holiday drinks, right?
Yes.
And what's that?
And I have to say, this holiday drink was also shown to me before we were even married.
Yeah.
My husband's family.
My family.
His family has been
bunch of drunks.
Pretty awesome. So I got the recipe, and then of course I tweak everything I get because that's just how I am. But I love me some brandy slush. So
Brandy slush, which actually works out because the Wisconsin booze hounds around here, their drink of choice typically is brandy.
Yep.
So if you can find another way to get brandy into something, it works out.
Yes.
And so when we bring it to your family, it actually works out. Yep. Everybody likes brandy.
Love it.
And mixing that with 7-Up, you go through an ice cream pail full of that pretty quick.
It's delicious.
Since this year is unseasonably warm, normally we just set the bucket out on the porch and it freezes. You know, by the time December 25th rolls around, it's pretty dang cold around these parts. Today being the exception, we've had 40s and 50s the last few days. So yeah, 2020, weird all around. We don't have any snow on the ground yet.
No, and it's actually sleeting and raining right now. Is there snow out there yet, Soph?
She wouldn't know. But
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, it's we're finally going to get some snow. The snow hills, I think, finally started making snow because it was cold enough for a few days. And since they're all north of here, it's been much colder there. But yeah, just weird. I can't recall too many Christmases where there wasn't at least a little snow on the ground.
Yeah, and the sad part is we were just talking earlier about how this would have been a great Christmas to travel because we wouldn't have had to worry about weather. And now, seeing this in South Dakota is bad. It's bad. So I'm like, well, probably would have.
Yeah, we lucked out. But, so, yeah, it's snowing. All right. So we're going to get a little snow.
White Christmas.
For those of us in the Great White North, we like to go outside, and for those of you that are in the South, you probably think we're crazy, but we're actually entertaining the idea of going to the ski hill on Christmas Day or the day after because why not? It's outside. We can easily socially distance from other people, and sledding, you know, a lot of people wear ski masks, you know, so you can mask up and go out there.
Stay warm.
It actually keeps your face warm. Mm-hmm. So it's a dual purpose kind of thing. So yeah, brandy slush. If you're interested in the recipe, which it isn't much of a recipe, reach out to us.
It's
Landon at taproomtravelers.com. We can give you the brandy slush recipe. Just make sure that you got room in your freezer or that it's crazy cold where you are and you can sit it outside. That was the one thing that we ran into this year. We ran out of freezer space.
And it was, outside for 2 days and it still was water. No. So I'm like, well, it needs to go in the freezer. So
the second beer, and next week, by the way, we're going to do year in review. We haven't done a hell of a lot this year, but we are going to review it nonetheless. So we did last week, we did the Mobcraft Advent Beer Calendar. We talked about that. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? No, it was 2 weeks ago.
Was that with Troy?
Yeah, that was with Troy. We were still outside, and we were talking about how unseasonably warm it was. So we did a few beers from that. I'm still going on it. Obviously, 24 days in the Advent calendar. So I picked a nice one that I thought would go well with Christmas. This is called Benedict Scudderbotch, after Benedict Cumberbatch, who played Sherlock. Yes,
I know who that is. Yep. Yes, thank you.
So, and I chose this because of the ingredients. Not something that you typically see in any beer. This is an imperial stout with anise, vanilla, sarsaparilla, molasses, and butterscotch. So, Mobcraft, crazy. Wow.
All the flavors.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on. And I think Troy and I said that a lot when we were doing those 3 beers a few weeks ago. This has got a lot going on in it.
It's not all at one time. It's just one and then the other.
You get the anise on the nose.
Yes.
And then it finishes with vanilla. That molasses and the sarsaparilla, I think, kind of blend.
That bite like a Barks root beer.
Barks root beer.
Yep.
And that's one of talking about favorite drinks to make. I'm hoping to make a video because I just have been seeing out on social media lately beer cocktails, people making cocktails with beer. We've talked in the past about blending beers when you go to a brewery, asking them to mix this and this. You know, we do it at Dangerous Man when we go there. We mix the peanut butter with the chocolate milk stout.
Peanut butter.
You know, you make a peanut butter cup. It's very, very good, and they're more than happy to do it for you. If they're busy, you may get a mean look, but they'll do it for you anyway. Down at the Lazy Monk, and you were the first one that I've seen that has ever done it, you mixed the dark with root beer. Now, when I was down there picking up beer the other day, there were people having beer. I watched another person mix the dark lager with root beer. So
delicious.
It's catching on. But you wouldn't think mixing root beer with an actual beer would be something that was good, but that's what this is.
Well, and then they have that hard root beer that's even just that you can buy now, not your father's root beer.
Right,
is that what it's called?
Some of that stuff tends to get a little sweet for me. I'm not a huge fan of
because this is like
overly sweet.
This much root beer and this much dark beer, and it's just like perfect.
Right.
Delicious.
Really good.
I should do that at home. I never even thought of doing that at home.
Now you know. Now you know. Yeah. So that Mobcraft stuff, outside of unless you're in the Milwaukee area, which some of you might be, I'm not sure how far their reach goes out. I know it typically doesn't go out here, so that's why when the Advent calendar came around, that's why I picked it up, because there's a lot of Mobcraft beer that we've never tried, and I was really, really hoping to get a bunch of the oddball stuff that we've never seen in stores, and I've been fortunate. And as you can probably hear, our kids are pounding around upstairs. God bless being at home. They're going with Grandma and Grandpa for 2 weeks next year.
Totally.
As soon as we can go out and about, they're going there for at least 2 weeks.
You know, though, about Mobcraft is I always feel like their beer tastes like beer still. It does not, like there are some breweries that it's so syrupy or it just doesn't taste like beer anymore. Like this still has great flavors in it, but you can still tell it's beer.
Right. And I think it's not something that we really like. I think there's a market for it. The syrupy, sweet stuff. I'm not a fan, and I know a lot of the people that we hang around with in the beer community are not fans of it either. However, there are people that like to drink it.
Well, I hate getting labeled as a female that whenever we go out, it's either, oh, we have these light beers or we have these really sweet beers. And I'm like, I don't want that.
Right.
And constantly get labeled. It drives me nuts. Like, can appreciate. I just don't. It just makes me angry.
Well, I think it's changing slowly. It's not going to change. You know, it's not changing overnight, unfortunately. But I think the what do you want to call it? The way that I guess the attitude towards women and that they're always going to drink something sweet or they're always going to drink something light.
Mm-hmm. Or when we went and they're like, well, we have wine too, so you can just have wine. And I'm like, no, I want beer. I want beer.
Sadly, I think that was in South Dakota. But and palates out there really haven't changed. To be honest with you, I haven't lived in South Dakota in, it's been too long, probably 17 years. Yeah, I want to go back very bad.
He loves me that much.
Right now, no.
He loves me that much.
But, yeah. Yeah, the palates out there are different. Honestly, where I come from, craft beer is, they think craft is drinking Michelob Amberbach, or it's not. Obviously, Michelob anything is not. There is no craft beer to be had. If you go into the bars in my hometown, there's nothing that resembles a craft beer. So, The liquor stores fortunately carry a little bit of it, but it's
the bigger
still
cities like
pretty
Sioux
sparse.
Falls. Or
So we just pick up stuff in Sioux Falls before we get home. Yeah. Anyway, before I ramble on too much, we're going to keep this short this week. And for those of you that are actually watching this on Christmas Eve, God bless you. We appreciate you for watching this show and sticking with us all these years. I think we've been doing this for quite a while now. I just looked today. We're less than 100 away from 1,000 subscribers. So
Woo-hoo!
Thank you to all of you that have subscribed to us. Please tell your friends and family about us. Tell everybody about us. And honestly, once things open up, we've got a lot of places that we want to go, and we're going to take you on the road with us. So,
and maybe give some stuff away while we do it.
yeah, and maybe give some stuff away while we do it. We've got a giveaway brewing for 1,000 subscribers. So, if you've reached it to this point in this vlog episode, just remember that. I know some of you faithful people have. Anyway, that's gonna be it for us this week. Just a couple beers and some random crap. But we do want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. We will have another vlog next week to recap the year that was unfortunately 2020. And yeah, we were on the road once, though. We'll recap that next week. We'll remind you what that was. Anyway, we hope you have a very Merry Christmas. We hope that you're all healthy and that you enjoy really good beer over this Christmas holiday.
And cookies.
Yeah, and cookies. We will see you next week, everybody. Prost.
Prost.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, you can click down below where there's some more episodes for you to watch. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on episodes that you do watch. We hope to see you next time.